You know what? This is actually pretty interesting in that across the hall over at the KMBC or KBC, Mr. Tree.
Oh, God.
No, Mr. Tree. No, he is. Mr. Tree is over there. We could probably...
Might be time for that Stairway to Heaven Freebird mix.
Hang on. We could talk him into coming in because Mr. Tree knows everything about trees. And, of course, it's the time to talk about trees. So let's see if we can get him in here. Hey, Mr. Tree! Yeah, perfect. Mr. Tree! Yeah, get in here.
I'm already in. I'm here.
Mr. Tree, come on, right over here by this mic. Mr. Tree knows everything about trees. It's great to have you, Mr. Tree. Thanks for coming in. How you doing?
Hi. I'm Mr. Tree.
Yes, you are.
Oh, God. I know everything there is to know about them trees, them fascinating trees.
Yes, sir.
They have a trunk. They have leaves.
Right.
And if you run into them really fast, you would get hurt.
Okay, good.
And there's so many things to do with trees.
Right.
You can climb them.
Right.
You can hang a tire from them. That's about it.
Okay, but what about paper?
Oh, I couldn't answer many questions about paper, but I do know trees. Ask me anything.
Okay. What I was meaning was, what kind of trees are most commonly used for paper?
Oh, goodness, I misunderstood you there.
Yeah.
Okay. I would use a big tree so you can write more on them. But I would be careful that the bark would break your felt tip.
Okay, okay. Well, let's ask you this. Maybe this will be better. What kind of trees are indigenous to California?
Big ones, small ones, the kind with trunk,
right,
and branches.
Right. Okay.
Would you like to know how to tell the age of a tree?
Sure, that'd be good.
Well, first you gotta kill it.
Gotta kill the tree.
And then you'll count those little rings in there, and that'll tell you how old the tree is.
That's pretty good.
But pretty much that's about as old as it's going to get.
Because you had to chop it down to do that.
You kill it.
Right.
Isn't that fascinating?
Well, it is pretty good. Yeah, it is pretty good. But now we know that all the rain that we've been getting here in Southern California, that's good for our plants and shrubs and that kind of thing. But does it really matter to trees? Because some trees can survive in a lot that gets very little rain. The trees...
Rain?
Right.
Oh.
So, is it?
They're beautiful, aren't they?
They are pretty trees.
Mr. Tree, I'm telling you here.
You know it all.
Trees are lovely.
Right. Well,
would you like to know why leaves are green?
Yes. That'd be good. That's a good fact to know.
It would be good, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
Anybody here know? I think it has to do something with the chloroplasts in the leaves absorbing...
What are chloroplasts?
Chloroplasts are these things in the leaves.
Okay.
That they absorb the sunlight and they feed the tree.
How do they do that?
I don't know. I don't know exactly, but that's not really in the subject of the tree, is it?
Kinda.
Yeah, I guess so. But trees are lovely things.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to make like one now and leave.
Well, I've often wondered this. How is it that sometimes...
I don't like Mr. Tree.
No, Mr. Tree, how is it that sometimes just in the middle of your yard, all of a sudden a tree will start growing? When you didn't plant it, it just all of a sudden springs up and begins to grow.
I don't know. But I would assume that some sort of those little things, those little hard things that come off a tree sometimes.
Seeds, acorns?
Yes, seeds.
Yeah, right.
A seed.
Right.
That's it. Would get in the ground.
Right.
And then then the tree would grow.
That's good.
And then uplift your driveway.
Okay, yeah, that's good then. That's good. Is there anything else you need to tell us that we haven't already learned about trees?
I got it all. What do you want to know? I know all about trees.
I think we pretty much covered it then.
I can cover anything you need.
I know you can. What about
you
the
can
oak tree?
them.
I know. What about the oak tree
You can
here
hang
in
a tire
California?
from
You know,
them.
the oak tree is protected. You can't cut them. You can't move them. You can't do anything. Why is that, Mr. Tree?
I don't know.
All right. Well, listen, Mr. Tree, we
But
appreciate
I'm sure
you.
that it's for a good reason.
Yeah. Well, listen, we appreciate you popping by. We know you got to get back over to KMPC or KBC or whatever. Do you think so? We appreciate you coming by and giving us all the information.
Well, you're welcome, son. I love trees.
The man who knows everything about trees, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tree. Let's hear it for him.
Mr.
Yes.
Tree.
Yes. always good to hear and see Mr. Tree coming in the room.
Yeah, that was a bit we did in the old building.
Right.
That didn't fly any higher than that one. What made you bring that up?
It was just needed. Mr. Tree, I mean, with all the rain and stuff.
It was.
All right.